Hi guys, today we're going to be doing a top 5 from the drugstore. This one's going to be over foundation. Just a quick little disclaimer, one of them is a BB cream, just because I'm not going to do a separate one on BB creams because I have very oily skin and they tend to break me out and just not agree with me, so I just don't really invest money into them a lot, but there is one that I really like because it's very light, but it has very good coverage, I think. So that'll be in here for people who want something that's maybe a little lighter than foundation. I will tell you which ones are light, like lighter coverage and heavier coverage. Even though these are my top 5s, it doesn't particularly mean I would buy them again because I just like to explore new ones all the time. And there's just some of them that are going to be definitely different than other ones, but they're all my top 5 for one reason or another, and I will just specify for each one of them. We can actually start with the BB cream. I've had this one for a while. It is the L'Oreal Paris Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream, and it just looks like this. It's just in this little white tube, and you just squeeze it out. And like most BB creams, it has, you know, it's the white liquid with the little tiny things in it that break up. I'm just specifying that in this video because I actually used this on a friend recently and she was like, what is that? So a lot of BB creams are a little white cream and they have little beads in them that will break up while you're rubbing it and actually change the color that it says it is, like fair and light. You can test them out on your hands and stuff at the store if you can, to see if you want to try something like that or like something like that. But as said, these are not foundations. They're like more like a tinted moisturizer. So they're not going to be full heavy coverage, but I don't really need that or like having that all the time. Sometimes that can be worse for my skin than wearing a foundation because sometimes foundations can break me out if I wear them too consistently because they can be heavy. So if you just like lighter stuff, this would be fine to use. I use a powder with it. The only time I haven't used a powder with it is I just did it one time and it didn't really seem to make a difference either way, honestly. So I don't know, that might matter to some of you. It doesn't really have a smell or anything like that. I'm going to specify if they have a smell or anything. Most of them don't, honestly. I think only 2 of them do. The next one is the Revlon ColorStay, and this is the 24-hour makeup. I know they put that on things because they're like, hey, our makeup lasts forever, but you should not be wearing makeup for 24 hours. That's just a personal thing. I'm like, 8 hours I can take, 6 hours I can take. You should not be wearing makeup for 24 hours, but either way. I really like the bottle of this. I like that it's just a little, like a little glass cylinder. I just think that's kind of, you know, chic and tasteful. But this one is heavier. It can get a little chalky depending on how much you pile on. So you might want to watch that. But it has excellent staying power and it has no smell. This one doesn't have a smell, I don't think. It just, you know, has a typical makeup smell. Yeah, it doesn't smell like anything. But, as said, that would be my only little warning about this one, is it can get a little chalky because it's a heavier one, but during like winter and everything, that can really help to protect your skin from getting chafed by wind and stuff like that, so that's why I like those sometimes. This one is the Covergirl plus Olay, commonly referred to as the one with the little white stripes. That is how I describe it because that is what it is. And I just think it's easiest to identify it like that. But this is in a little pump bottle. This one has a great smell. It smells so clean, and it is scented, but it's not like perfumey. It's just like, kind of smells like cucumber water, honestly. And it is just, it's one of my favorites because it has, the little white strips are kind of like a base, and then the colored part is the foundation part, and it just is so creamy. It doesn't crease, and it just goes on your skin so flawlessly, no chalkiness, and it's just one of my favorites. Like, this is one of those ones I would definitely buy again, so I would definitely advise looking into this one. I thought it was really nice, and they actually have a concealer that goes with this, and I haven't tried that yet, so I know I should, since I love this one so much. Okay, this next one is a very sad story. This is my favorite foundation ever that I've ever used, I won't lie. It is the Covergirl Natureluxe, and they discontinued it. I can't get it anymore. So I'm very sad. But, so if any of you, just in your little memory banks, have any knowledge of a foundation that is similar to this, I would love your input, because I have not found a foundation, even though I love all of these ones, that I love as much as this one. It is what I'm wearing today. It is just the most comfortable. It doesn't get chalky. It doesn't crease. It is super flawless finish. So I was in love with this stuff, and then they took it away, so I'm very angry. This one is in Flax, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Flax, I think it's Flax. Number 310. But this is what it looks like. You guys probably remember seeing them. They haven't been out in quite a while. And this one is the other one that has a really good smell about it. The only problem I have with this one sometimes is because it's, you know, an upside down flat bottle. You want to be careful with those, because if you don't make them settle away from their, like, the tip where they come out, they can, like, explode out on you, so you want to watch that. But this one, just like this one, has a very clean, it's actually like the same smell, which they're both Covergirl, so that's probably why, but it's like that same, like, clean cucumber water smell, and I love that, because I'd rather that than, like, the normal makeup-y smell. But once again, that's what this one looks like, and I just loved that one. It was so nice. And this is something new I tried. I don't usually like Maybelline products a lot of the time, honestly. I just find they just don't agree with me most of the time, but I still try them because they come out with some really cool things, and this was one that I thought was cool. During the summer, I do not like wearing heavy foundations, hence the BB cream, and you know, things like that. So I try to find things that are substitutes for that, and this is the Maybelline Dream Nude Airfoam Air Infused Makeup Sunscreen. So the sunscreen's also a good seller because it is very, very intense summer where I live, and so this stuff, I will actually show you this stuff because it's cool. It comes out cool. The other ones are just normal foundations, but this one comes out like that. The only downside is you can't really control how much comes out. It just comes out. This is enough to cover your entire face, but it's just cool. It is just foam. It is blunt foam. And I thought, when I first got this stuff, I was like, this is the weirdest thing. I'm gonna hate this. And it's supposed to have medium coverage. You just put it on your hand like this, and then you're supposed to take it off your hand, put it on your face, and you just rub it in and break it up. I actually can't wear this right now because, as you can see, it's the completely wrong shade. But I used it for a couple days anyway and just put a lighter powder over it, and and several of my friends were like, you got a mask, and I was just like, oh well, you're gonna have to deal. I'm testing something. But it just, you know, breaks down eventually and turns it to a liquid, and it is just super light for being a medium coverage, and it covers really well. As you can tell, it's like turning my whole hand a different color, but that is okay. But as said, one pump is enough for your whole face, I would say. I mean, I wouldn't want to put any more than that on. I tried putting more than that on, and it started getting kind of built up looking, so I wouldn't do that. It's, I don't think, meant to really be used for that. It's just like a lighter thing, but it had really good coverage for what it was, I thought. And it lasted all day, no creases, no funny smells at all. Actually, it kind of smells like water. It smells really good. So for those of you who don't think water has a smell, shame on you. But either way, it just has that super clean feel. It's refreshing, honestly, because it's really wet. I won't lie, it's really wet. So it's really refreshing. I used a powder over it, as said, although you probably could get away with not, because I noticed it dries. Like, it'll actually just dry, and it doesn't do the powder finish thing. Don't think it's doing that, because it's not. It is just drying and kind of just settling. But that is it for my top 5s. Now that I've made a mess of myself, that's okay. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you guys came away finding something else you could try. And please like this video and subscribe if you would please. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye!